Yeah, it's your main man, Uncle Freezy, the number one chief rocker in Knicks universe. Join me and the man that's so smooth he does not require a chaser, Anthony D. Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. for old school Knicks. Come join the party. Never really noticed what you want. Yo, get your week started off on the right foot. Check out New School Knicks Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Come in, enjoy having that Knicks talk the way that you love to have that Knicks talk to you. Join your host, Mr. Rivera, Greeny from LI, the People's Champ, King Ant G, Sunday mornings at 9 a.m., New School Knicks. Yeah. Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one chief rock in Knicks universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy. What's good? What's good? What's good? Greeny from LI is in the building. Jet Life for Life. Core Mega is in the building. Shout out to Mars, a.k.a. Julian Blum, a.k.a. $1 Million Man, a.k.a. Fort Knox, a.k.a. Gold Bullion. Julian Blum is in the building. Miss Geraldine, how you? Mr. Vince is in the building. My big brother, Mr. Vince, is older than me by like 2 days. Homeboy's in the building. What's good? Kerry Cox is in the building. What's good, party people in the place to be? It's good to see y'all, man. I got a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk to y'all about. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to jump on this morning. You know what I'm saying? We still dealing with stuff like radiation treatments and a whole bunch of stuff that I really don't want to get into right here. But y'all know my heart is in the right place. Y'all know I want to be here rocking with y'all. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. Y'all know how I love being here with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had somebody up here rocking with me, man. I wish I had one of the homeboys up here rocking with me, man. I wish I had like, one of the people I generally love in Knicks universe up here. Oh, bam! There he go! There he go!
Yo.
Greeny from LI. Greeny's in the building. What's good, boss?
What's good? What's good?
Ain't nothing to it, boss. Ain't nothing to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Bro, I got like 10 topics that I want to talk about, man.
Bet, let's get to it.
I'm gonna run them down. I'm gonna run them down the line, and then you tell me what you think. So first, the Knicks have won 2 in a row against pretty good teams. Second, Tibbs rotations have been what the fans want. Kinda. It's a compromise. Randall seems to be a new person. RJ Barrett is struggling with his shot. Again.
That's the one I want to talk about right there.
Cam
that
Reddish,
one.
Got you. Cam Reddish is contributing in a myriad of ways, right?
That one as well.
This is RJ Barrett's team, but is he ready? Is IQ emerging as a player because he's disgruntled, or is he emerging just through natural progression? Obi Toppin can shoot the basketball.
Damn.
Obi Toppin is a shooter.
The stretch.
Quentin Grimes is who I thought he was. A ham sandwich.
I was about to say baloney.
My baloney has a first name. It's Grimes. All right. No Evan, no cry. No Evan, no cry. limited D Rose may be the best version of D Rose, right? Limited D Rose, maybe.
That's a good one.
And so I got all those things I want to talk about. Let me can I do my Evan thing? Can I start with Evan first?
Start off. Go crazy.
Okay, so the thing I want to start off with Evan first because I want to say this, and I want people to understand where I'm coming from. No Evan, no cry. No Evan, no cry. And so what I'm getting at is I don't disrespect Evan Fournier. I like Evan Fournier.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if we were more of a veteran team, Evan Fournier would be perfect for us. But unfortunately, when you have a young team, just like when you have young people,
Yes. Keep going. I don't want to. I want you to get it all out. Go ahead.
not Facebook is sending me notifications telling me to start the show, and I started already. It just distracted me. But just like young people, you're going to have ups and downs and inconsistencies. And I just don't think Evan Fournier is the type of player at this stage that fits that. If we were more of a veteran team, I would say start Fournier, put the battery in his back, and let him go. But when you have Cam Reddish, RJ Barrett, Quentin Grimes, Emmanuel Quickly, all needing minutes, I don't know how you can give those minutes to Evan Fournier. Right? So I like Fournier.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he's a straight shooter. I like the fact that Evan Fournier look you in your eyeballs and tell you what TI is. Now, for those under 50, TI is telling you exactly what it is. Straight shooter, no sugarcoating. Right. So those over 50 could understand where I'm coming from when I say Evan Fournier is a straight shooter and tell you what it TI is. Ain't no sugarcoating. Evan Fournier ain't gonna tell the truth through no text message. He ain't gonna be like innuendo, none of that stuff. Evan Fournier is gonna tell you what it is. And if you're comfortable with it, then fine. You got thick skin. If you're uncomfortable with it, then that's a you problem. Right?
That veteran role, that was the best way you could have put it. A veteran team, a championship team, playoff team. Yep.
Basically what I'm getting with Evan is no Evan, no cry. No Evan, no cry. But if if Donovan Mitchell was here and Evan Fournier was here, I would say play Fournier because we're trying to win right now, right? But unfortunately, the situation is not one that lends itself to.
How do you feel about once he got moved to the bench? He was getting 20 minutes per game and averaging 2 points per game.
No Evan, no cry.
No cry. Yeah.
Right? Because think about it. Evan Fournier to the bench. They're basically him and Cam swap roles. Right? Basically him and Cam swap roles, and then Cam and RJ swap roles. Right? RJ is at the 2. But Greeny. Who's the better scorer right now, Evan Fournier or RJ Barrett?
Right now, Evan Fournier. I'm not. If you want to go there with the numbers, I can break it down to you. Right now, Evan Fournier is a better scorer than RJ Barrett. Let's just get that out of the way. Don't want me to. Let's just stay on the Evan topic. Okay, Evan Fournier. Yeah, Evan Fournier has a better offensive game right now than RJ Barrett.
Right. Okay. RJ Barrett's.
Trust me,
RJ Barrett is shaken, not stirred.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him. Don't worry. When we get to that topic, I'm definitely gonna get him.
Right. I just want to
I
say
would.
that about Evan Fournier and those that like Fournier. What I want to say to y'all is I'm not bashing Fournier. I'm not a Fournier basher. Okay. What I'm saying though is in my mind when I see Evan Fournier, I see um um a something in the way of others getting better. You feel me?
Yeah, that's what the Knicks have been doing for a long time. Just getting older people to be in the way of our development, and that's exactly what it is.
That's
I wonder what could have happened last season if he would have sat down with Evan Fournier.
right.
Truth be told,
Right.
what happens if Evan Fournier would have came off the bench last year? Like, where could we? You never know. Like, you never know.
Where would we be
You never know.
today?
Because then, if you think about it, Freeze, right? The games that we right now we are above 500. But if you would have took Fournier off the bench last year, you wouldn't have came into the season starting him.
Right. Right.
That's just my point with it.
Okay.
The Knicks take too long to do things. They take way too long. It's Obi. What year?
Third.
He's still not getting starting time. Like, come
Right.
on, bro.
Like to see
Like,
Obi get more minutes.
they're doing everything backwards. Everything slower than any other team. Like you said, if it would have been any other organization, let Danny Ainge be getting drafted and Obi Toppin. Julius Randle shipped out of here. Shipped like all those players will be shipped out for draft picks or whatever the case may be. It's just the Knicks always do stuff backwards and slow and then wonder why it don't work.
Right. Right. Salute to the chat. And if you're watching this for the first time, just subscribe. Turn all your notifications on so that you can get the notification every time that we go live. Just do it. Do it. Do what satisfied. Whatever it is, do it. Anybody remember that song? No, just me. Okay. Just me. Just me. Do
That
it.
Evan Fournier topic, man. That's crazy.
All right. So I got to throw the live grenade in your lap.
Mm-hmm.
I got to throw the live grenade in your lap. Right. All right. Here is the live grenade.
Please, dog. I'm gonna torch him. Please.
RJ Barrett is struggling with his
Mm.
shot
Let me torch him, please. Just let me get him.
again. How do we handle that?
RJ Barrett. First. The first things first. He needs to get healthy. That's first. I don't want him out here sick. I don't want him out here dehydrated.
Greeny, he
I
ain't
don't want
sick. He ain't
no. I don't
he ain't
listen. I don't want any excuses. I don't want them to be an excuse. That's why I don't want him to be sick. He might be sick. There's a lot of it's not just the Knicks team that's looking. Oh, we're all under what? It's the league. It's a lot of teams. It's NFL. It's basketball. It's not just. It's going around. The flu is going around. So I do have a belief that they may be sick, but I'm not making no excuses for RJ Barrett. He needs to get healthy first.
right now, RJ trash.
Terrible, terrible,
Right
terrible,
now. Right now, in this moment, RJ
terrible.
trash.
The last three games for RJ Barrett, and
And he won't pass.
everybody might think I'm exaggerating, but I'm gonna let you know RJ Barrett stats. RJ Barrett for the last 3 games is 11 of 46 from the field. 11 of 46 from the 3-point line. He is 0 for 16, I believe. No, 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 no. I'm sorry, that's wrong. 17. He's 0 from 17 from three.
Jeez, I thought you was
16.
gonna say something better.
He's 0 for 16 for three from the last 3 games. Right?
Right.
So if you look at those games, if you just look at those games, period. 3-point percentage, he's shooting 0% for 3 games straight. I don't care. You're shooting 0%. You're better off not shooting it. Don't shoot the ball.
Right.
Don't shoot it. Don't shoot it. You're shooting 0%. There's no chance of you making it. Not even a 1% chance. Don't
Right.
shoot the ball.
Right.
Then in those 3 games, the best field goal percentage you have from the field is 27% from the field.
Show madam.
What's happening, guys? How we doing?
And man,
What's up? What's up?
I did a Twitter Spaces earlier. I don't like it, bro.
Oh, you did a Twitter space?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I ain't really feeling it for some reason.
Yeah, the more Carson is a little bit more jumpy in a Twitter space. I don't speak on them. I listen to some of them, but yeah, it's a little different in YouTube.
Yeah, I like for it to be more of a safer space so that everybody can get a chance to rock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm going to continue doing it just so that we can continue to grow the base and expose Blorange Tears to more people, so people can understand that there are safe spaces out here that you can come and rock without being just. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But the thing is I'm not afraid of the Twitter sphere and all that. It's just when you listening to it, you just want to have a more of a the reason for being there.
yeah,
If the reason for being there is talking about Knicks, I don't care about random people arguing about who's the smartest. That's what I think Twitter Spaces can be sometimes. I'm smarter than everybody, and my topic is more important than yours. Nah, man, just talk Knicks, man. Shut the fuck. Just you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
I feel you, bro.
Yeah. What's up, Adam?
Hey, salute
Hey,
to
man.
Uncle Freezy, everyone in the panel.
Yeah,
What's
man.
up, Adam? What's up,
Hey,
Joe Madden?
so
How
we
What's
you
were
up,
doing,
Greeny?
before
Joe?
What's up, Adam?
How you doing?
but before y'all jumped on, we were talking about R.J. Barrett and his shot struggling. So I just want to talk about that for a little bit, right? About how if R.J. Barrett is sick, which I think is a lie. I think he's completely healthy. I just think he's out of shape and he can't shoot, right?
I
But I
agree.
think the narrative around we make 1,000 excuses for R.J. Barrett, but if Julius Randle sneezes in the huddle, people want to ship him off to Tacoma. I think R.J. Barrett is getting the longest leash ever. R.J.
And
Barrett gets more passes than Wayne Corbett.
that's why I've been a big critic of Julius, and now it's start for me to time. It's year 4 where I need my honesty to come out about RJ. RJ Barrett ain't it.
Right.
To me, I thought coming into the season he could be a fringe all-star player, an all-star player, a guy that might make 2 or 3 all-stars in his career. Man, I don't know if he sniffs one right now in his career.
R.J. Barrett right now. Right.
I'm
I just
I'm very disappointed in RJ, and I don't think I sick. I don't think like Fred Katz. There was someone screenshotted a tweet and put it out saying, "Oh, RJ is sick of something Fred Katz said," but the date then was 2021. That's when he was sick this time last year.
right.
So we can't use this excuse. Oh, every November RJ goes through sickness and he goes through a slump
Right.
because that's every player, man. They
Right.
go through illnesses and stuff. You just got to play through it. And I just don't know what it's up with RJ. It's just
I think
the
I
last
think
3
you
games
jumped
have
the
been
gun
bad.
saying I think you jumped the gun saying that he won't be an all star ever in his career. I think that was a little too far off the cliff.
Maybe, but
Man,
but if you go by what you've seen the last 2 weeks, if you go by what you've seen the last 2 weeks, why not?
Yeah, terrible. I'm not
Yeah.
even. There's no debate. Like even if you look at last month or this month, terrible. Doesn't matter what
Right.
month you look at. He's
Right.
terrible.
Would you take RJ out of the starting lineup and have him come off the bench?
I wouldn't have him do that, but I would limit his minutes right now.
I
Very
would I
limited.
would bench him.
Yeah,
I would put him on the bench and I would put him next to Grimes and have
Because
them,
he's
until they get back healthy.
because the reason why I wouldn't be bench RJ is because he's so streaky. He can literally get it going. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he could be just completely off. So
yeah,
that's why I say you could just play him in limited minutes.
I would
Really.
cut his minutes a little bit, and I would cut his shots, like his touches, and make him play. Give some of his touches, give more shots between Julius and Brunson, and give more of his shots to Cam, and do
Yeah.
it that way. Because to
Yep.
me, is benching him in. His confidence, I think they killed his confidence with this trade rumor. I don't, and that worries me. Is I don't think RJ is built for New York because you're the first sign of adversity of his being brought up in a trade rumor. He's shaken from it. And I benching him
And
is just going to even shoot his confidence. I think he's a confident guy. He's a guy that goes on confidence, and I think it's down right now. So like throwing him on the bench, it'll kind of even put that down even further. I think maybe keep in the starting lineup and trying. It's defensively where all my worries are. He's one of the
yeah.
worst defenders in the league right now, and that's killing his offense.
Yeah.
See, offensively, the reason why Cam Reddish is the odd man out is because the offense that the Knicks are running is a read and react offense.
Yep.
So it's not really a set play. The only really set play you'll probably get is off a timeout on an inbound. That's probably like the only set play you'll really get for somebody to be getting something ran for. So all of that stuff that you see on court with the Knicks offensively is really just read and react, making the decision on the court. And we all see what RJ Barrett does. He puts his head down and just barrels to the rack instead of making plays for his teammates that will benefit the team, because he has other people on the court that could do just as well what he does or even better. So he just got to realize that you're not alone out here. You got a team that's going to help you.
But read and react. So Greeny, here's the thing with read and react, and that's why I use the thumbnail I use. So for those that saw the thumbnail that I used, I put that out there on purpose. Basically, RJ Barrett took a pass from Jalen Brunson, right? And then told Brunson to screen for him so that he can go left. It's right there on the thumbnail. It's a photo. It's a picture of it. It's a picture of it. I put it out there intentionally so that we can see that RJ Barrett is struggling with his approach to the game and his shot.
I agree 100%.
How do you ask your point guard to screen for you so that you can go back to the left when he brought you to the right on purpose? He had you up to the right on purpose.
And even have your 6'1" point guard screening for you. I get he set screens and stuff, but when you're trying to get him to screen a few times, ridiculous. All like Brunson 6'1", and the fact that RJ needs to be always looking to go left. See, RJ does himself dirty by these little talks before the draft. He talks about, and with Stephen A. Smith and I'm on First Take. Oh well, I'm right. I'm naturally right-handed.
Right.
And then he talks about wanting to be I'm a two-way player. But then you're not for good finishing in your right, and that's been a criticism because you talked about being able to finish with your right. You're not able to do it.
Yep.
And then you talk about being a two-way player, and now you're not a two-way player. We're not even sure if you're a one-way player right now. And this is where my concerns is with RJ. It's like, to me, I think he's a good player. He's going to be a good player. He's versatile. He's going to succeed in this league. But what I'm saying is, with the value of the third overall pick, it is right now it's another miss on the Knicks' resume at third. Even though he was the consensus third, there should have been more put into it. Because right now it's looking we missed on other talent, and it's like RJ. I think there's a lot to do. I think the organization did him kind of dirty too with all this trade talk, and I think it's killed his confidence.
So how do you fix it? How do you fix that part?
He has to get his confidence back, and that's on RJ, and I suppose it's on the team too. But it's like he has to get. That's what worries me. It's like the first sign of him being in a trade rumor. This is New York. He was always going to be linked with the next star. RJ was always being put in, and now the trade didn't happen. He's starting to overthink, and that to me is a sign that he's not really built for New York.
Let me offer this to you, Joe. Let me offer this to you. If you're Dolan, who do you believe in more? Do you believe in Tibbs in the front office, or do you believe more in RJ Barrett?
Oh boy. Frankly, if it was, I don't know what Jim Dolan's thinking. If it was me personally, I believe in neither.
Ooh.
I don't believe in RJ as my building piece. He could be a piece for this team, but not as a piece. And if he is a piece that I have to move to get a way better piece to make this team move forward, then I will have to do it. He's not what we think. We need to lay off this RJ's the franchise. RJ's, and the Knicks need to stop with this favor of putting him out, as you say, as the golden child of all these adverts, and it's RJ, because they're setting him up to fail. They're putting an expectation that should not be there on him.
I am not like that. If we get a RJ, like if we could do RJ like a DeMar DeRozan, like if he could just come here and get us that guy to win us a championship, I like that. I wouldn't be mad about that. I wouldn't if we had to do like the DeMar DeRozan and the Raptors. I would not be mad about that.
But,
It's a business.
but we need him to get to DeMar DeRozan's level, and I don't even know if he's going to hit DeMar DeRozan's level. The thing is, DeMar
Man,
DeRozan had a struggle, but DeMar DeRozan at least had a go-to, which was athleticism and a mid-range. Arden got no go-to.
You gotta understand.
There's no
he still has
athleticism. He's
years to get to
slow.
his
There's
prime.
no shot.
He still got years to get to his prime, though. All right, put it like this: would you rather a guy that's he's dependent on his athleticism, or would you like a guy that doesn't need to depend on his athleticism and can still get you 20 points a game? One injury for that athleticism-dependent guy, and that 20 points a game is not happening again.
But Greeny, what happens with the one injury to the guy that's not athletic?
There's a problem.
He's knew how to score 20 points without being athletic, so he's not going to need to be athletic even if he gets injured. All he has to do is just come back. What do you mean?
I think
think about that.
I think you're shooting him some bail.
Think about it.
Okay.
D Rose got injured. He is not the same player. We did not see D Rose ever.
Okay. What about non-athletes like Danny Granger who get that one injury?
And all of a sudden, he's still in the league, still doing the same thing he did to win championship teams.
No, he didn't. Danny Granger? Danny Granger never won a championship.
I thought you said Danny Green. My fault. I thought you said Danny Green.
No, I'm talking about a real player. I ain't talking about a ham sandwich. I'm talking about a real player. Danny Granger was an all-star caliber guy. He got hurt, and all of a sudden he was washed off the map. Right? Look at Paul Pierce. When Paul Pierce got hurt,
needed athleticism though. Paul Pierce still was nice though. After that, he didn't.
And with the Wizards, you don't even remember the Wizards. Paul Pierce, bro.
Come on, the Wizards and the Nets. Paul Pierce. We talking about Paul Pierce when he was touching the ground.
No, I'm talking about the Paul Pierce that got hurt with the Wizards, and he was. I'm sorry, he got hurt with Boston, and he was never the same. What I'm saying is, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If you say RJ Barrett can keep his skill set after he gets hurt, then I have confidence that an elite athlete like Kevin Durant can still be an elite player after he tears his Achilles.
Like when I look at like body type, not like the type
Kevin is not a superior athlete, bro. He's
like RJ should be looking at like Luka, not to be Luka's. He's never going to be Luka. But I mean, with the offensive game, like the style of Luka's not athletic. Luka sometimes can be slow. He's big, slow, like same type of body type. But Luka has footwork and skill that if an injury or anything that he can lay on. RJ doesn't have athleticism, and nor does RJ have skill. RJ's handles is terrible.
Luka's
so what is RJ banking on? He's not skilled and he has no athleticism. So what is he getting? Because you need one of the two to be a great player offensively.
But Luka's not athletic and he shoots the ball.
But he's skilled. He has
but he shoots the ball a lot. His free throw percentage is not even better than RJ Barrett.
But he's skilled. But that's the thing. He has a skill. RJ is not skilled. Luka doesn't have athleticism, but he relies on skill. RJ doesn't have the skill or the athleticism. That's the problem with RJ. It's like, what does he rely? He doesn't have athleticism. So what's the next one? Is skill. Can he? He showed a little. He has a little bits of skill, but has it developed? No. The thing is with Luka is he doesn't have the athleticism, and the skill is going to carry. What his skill carries him in his game, and this is the problem with RJ is he's not skilled enough to be. To me, I don't even know if he's going to be a starting guy in a starting five of a finals team. Because he's a wing, and wings are meant to play defense, and he's not a defensive wing, and he's not great offensively. So what is he?
Overrated. But nah, RJ, man. All I'm gonna say is, RJ Barrett is a good all-around player. You need guys like that on your team. You don't have a Swiss Army knife guy on your team that's gonna get everything done to be a team player. A guy that wants to be the two-way player. It's a difference between teaching a guy to be a two-way player and wanting to be a two-way player. RJ Barrett is still young enough. He's not even nowhere near his prime. He still has 4 or 5 more years to get into his prime. We don't know what this team will look like. We don't know what RJ Barrett will do when he returns from this sickness, quote unquote, or whatever the case may be. The dude still had time.
RJ Barrett wasn't. The Knicks didn't list.
I do think he's sick. Like,
right, but the Knicks didn't list him on the injury report.
They didn't list Julius on their injury report neither. He still came out in an interview and said he's sick. He even sounded like he was sick when he was talking. He sounded like he had something wrong with his sinus. I'm telling you, there's something going on in New York. There's sickness in the Giants locker room. Kayvon Thibodeau is out right now because of sickness. I'm telling you, I don't doubt that there's sickness going on. The game before RJ was supposedly sick. He had 30. He was looking right back, knocking down his shots. He was hitting his shots before that. Then he just fell off the map.
Yeah.
His offense game has been up, and then that's not what I'm more worried. It's his defense. Like, he's supposed to be a two-way player, but his defense gets worse every year. And for him to be, and you're saying he still has room to be a two-way player. RJ has a lot of work to do to put in to be an average defender, never mind a good defender. So he has to catch up his like 3 or 4 more years of work to be at least a decent defender. So that's why I have no confidence in him being a very good defender. Because he's dropped down. His defense he's slow. Like that's the thing is he's too small to guard the threes and he's too slow to guard twos.
So you telling me you'd rather have Evan Fournier in right now?
No,
for
no.
defensive purposes.
No, that's
So
not.
then RJ Barrett defense is not that bad. Then he's a decent defender now. He's a decent defender now. He's not a good defender now, but he's a decent defender now. Yes.
No, man, he's one of the. I rank his defense right now is the same as Julius Randle's. If anything,
so
Julius
then you're telling me you'd rather have Evan Fournier play defense instead of RJ Barrett.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm
not. I haven't mentioned Evan Fournier's name, so I don't know why you can't. If I'm criticizing a player, you can't say, "Oh well, this player's in the roster. You want to throw him in?" No, I'm criticizing I don't want Evan Fournier in the roster. I'm just saying is RJ Barrett. We could use a big upgrade. He's a disappointment to me. Right now is a 3rd overall pick, and he has a lot still to prove to grow to that value.
Yep.
So I'm not throwing Evan Fournier in. Hell no, Evan Fournier is worse. If I want to, do you know what? If I want to lose games, yeah, no problem. Put Fournier in. But just with the thing with Fournier is going to be gone anyway. I already think they're already looking to move him. They're going to package something to get rid of him. Because he's not even in the rotation anymore.
Yep.
I hope Tibbs keep Fournier on the bench, and I bet you're going to see RJ in the starting lineup tomorrow night.
Yep.
Oh yeah, RJ will be in the starting lineup. RJ's going to get his 30 minutes, and that'll be through the whole season. And I have no problem with it unless there was an upgrade brought in. I'm like, as of right now, we don't have much better, but just of right now, RJ Barrett's disappointing me, and I'm going off of him.
Right. Yeah, man. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. The whole thing with RJ Barrett is in this moment, everybody, hear me out. In this moment, RJ Barrett is disappointing.
Trash.
Right.
Yeah, he's struggling big time. Like last night, he
good.
missed like what 4 or 5 3-point shots.
What's it up with us paying guys and
Come
guys
on.
getting out of shape? Because he looks out of shape like
16.
Julius did last year. Like we paid Julius, Julie gets out of shape. We pay RJ this year, RJ's out of shape.
Right. Yeah.
As soon as we give guys money, they seem to get out of shape.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think RJ needs to take some time in the gym practicing his 3-point shots because right now he's really struggling from behind the 3-point line.
Right.
Taking too many.
RJ Barrett has no legs. That's what it is, man.
Exactly.
You have no legs. You can't do nothing on basketball. You can't play defense. You can't shoot. You can't make layups in contact. You can't do none of that. If you're sick and you are dehydrated and your body does not have enough to go on your legs, you can't do anything.
Well,
who said he was sick?
I'm just saying, if you know you're sick and your body is not 100%, you don't have your legs. You need your legs to play basketball. You can't it just doesn't work. You need your legs.
You
need your legs.
I agree.
That's true. That's true. If he has no legs and Tibbs knows this, he needs to sit down. Simple. There's no debate. Sit down. Take your shoes off.
Why are we saying RJ Barrett's sick though, Greeny, for real?
So there was a tweet put out this morning there was someone screenshotted one from Fred Katz to say RJ was sick, and someone called him out very quickly and showed the date underneath if it was from this time last year when RJ was sick, November 2021.
Right.
So people were trying to already make excuses for him right away off the bat last night's game. Oh, RJ's sick, and they're like, no, this was a tweet from last year.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, boss.
It's like, what are we babying him?
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing.
And listen, maybe he is sick. That's the thing. Maybe he could be sick, but we don't know. And there's been nobody's come out and said he was. Was that tweet this morning that was sick from one from last year? Other than that, nobody. He wasn't on any illness report. He played most minutes last night.
RJ Barrett is sick. On the play-by-play,
No, I'm
the
sick, bro.
play-by-play of the first night we played the play-by-play, RJ Barrett went to the bench. I said, there's something wrong with RJ Barrett. He's on the bench, and nobody on the bench has a mask on but RJ Barrett. That was the first game when he was
He had a mask on.
He had a mask on. Nobody else on the bench had a mask on. I said, well, something's wrong with RJ Barrett tonight because he has a mask on, and nobody else on the bench has the mask on. And that
this is a team issue. If you're making a kid play through a sickness and go through his health and put us at risk of wins having an unhealthy guy out there, then that's on the team. He shouldn't be playing then if he's sick.
Right.
I mean, to me, the way I see it, it looks like RJ Barrett's legs is filled with 250-pound weights. He can't hardly move. He can't even stay in front of a guy when he's playing defense. The guy's always getting past him, and he's following the guy from behind him. You have to stay in front of the guy when you're trying to block a shot. What are you doing behind him?
Yeah, RJ is sick, bro.
It looks like RJ's legs is heavy. He can't keep up with the guy on defense.
Yeah, RJ's just not an athlete, man.
I think RJ needs to be taken out of the starting lineup. That's what I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough, bro. Greeny saying RJ is sick. I just can't believe it. I need proof. I saw a mask gate. I saw it. I saw the mask. I don't believe it though. Yeah, I think the dudes gets a lot.
I'm not making excuses for him, but I do think there's something wrong with him. Like I said, I even said that the first game before we even had the back-to-backs. The first game, because he had 30 the game before, he just came out and just was. That was the game where he had the mask on, and he was on the sideline, and there was nobody on the sideline with a mask. And I'm like, why does RJ Barrett have a mask on if nobody on the sideline has a mask on? They all been sitting there the whole time. Deuce McBride ain't even checking the game. He doesn't have a mask on. Why do you have a mask on? And I'm just thinking like, dang. But that's still not an excuse. You only been hurt. You only been sick these last 3 games. Where was you at the other 12?
Yeah, his offense has been getting better. It's just his defense has been consistently bad all year. And it's just like, it looks like he might have put on an extra. He got too comfy when he got his bag over the summer. That he may be chilled out a little bit. That's all I'm saying. These guys.
You're right about that, Joe. He probably bulked up to probably either like you said, he either ate too much, he probably had too much vacation before the season came back, or he probably bulked up to try to take on more contact layups, and it just didn't work out in his favor.
It's crazy because I laugh. Like Luka was the same thing. He put on serious weight. He got his bag. We talked about Zion's been in out. It's like these kids now are getting out of shape fierce quick when they get their money in the summertime.
Yeah, I think RJ put on too much weight. That was my thing. I think RJ put on too much weight.
Do you think it was maybe more lazy, or do you think he was just in the gym and put on a lot more muscle trying to get stronger, maybe trying to get better at the basket, but is losing his speed?
Yeah, that's what I think.
IQ did the same thing. He literally said it. He said, I wanted to come in this season to get bigger so I could take more contact at the rim.
And they should have learned from last year.
And look at Quickly's shot.
Look at Quickly's shot. It's not even that. When he goes to the rack, he finishes through contract now. He's getting a whole bunch of and one floaters and easy layups that he wouldn't have got those earlier. He would have been trying to get people to give him contact so he can get to the free throw line. He's finishing. He's going up. He's not giving people head fakes like that. He's making his floaters and stuff like that. He's doing a solid job.
Yeah,
You ask me, I think he should start over Barrett. If Grimes, if Grimes was ready to go, I would put Grimes. But IQ should definitely start.
Well,
IQ is yet again his offense has not been good, but his defense has been great.
Yeah,
His defense led that, like that last play last night to close out the game against Murray was perfect. And Murray probably didn't play it the best, but Quigley's defense is spot on. And he's been excellent on defense. I just wish that. See, that's the thing is, it's like none of these guys can get it two-way. It's always one guy slumping on one side of the ball.
Right.
It's either one scoring points and slumping defense, or the other one's not scoring points and being good on defense. They can never be consistent on both ends. Like, we don't have two-way players.
Right.
And that's what wins in this league. It's like in 5 or 6 years, you're just going to have 5, 6, 9 wings on the court.
Yeah.
Doing everything.
Doing everything, bro.
And Grimes said that his foot feels fine. He's not feeling no pain, no discomfort. I don't even know why Tibbs is not playing him.
It's weird. I don't know.
He's being stubborn again. He is. He's being stubborn again. And I don't know why Tibbs is only putting in McBride, with like 2 minutes left in the game when the Knicks have a 10 or more points lead. That's when he's putting McBride in better. Other than that, he's not putting McBride to get minutes at all.
Right.
And if I'm Tibbs, I would sit down with RJ and have a coach to player conversation and ask RJ, is something bothering you, or are you in pain in your legs or something? Because you're not moving your legs properly. You're not moving fast enough. It looks like you're dragging your legs every time trying to guard a man on defense. So,
yeah.
Didn't RJ have an injury this summer too that kept him out from Canada?
I don't know, man.
Is that right? Because wasn't he was supposed to go, I think, with the FIBA tournament with Canada?
I think that was from because of the injury that happened at the end of the season. Remember, at the end of the season, he had that little knee scare or whatever it was.
Maybe he's still bothered from that.
I don't know. I think the Grimes injury is a lingering foot injury. I feel like that's like a hamstring injury where like you feel like you're good, but then 10 minutes of running on it, total different ballgame.
I think they're just taking the time with him. I think they're trying to see more what they can get because they've won. Cam's a free agent at the end of the year. They're trying to get more out of Cam. They still got Grimes for 3 more years on their contract, so they can be patient with him. But they need to see what they have. What's like, as they said, with like Reddish and then with Obi and Quickly and some of these guys, because all these guys need to be paid soon.
Said they got Grimes on 3 more years.
And then you got Grimes on 3 more years. So the worst thing is, at least you could, I don't know, have him ready for next year, or you move somebody at the deadline and he slots in. But at least they know they have him locked up on a contract. Everybody else, you don't know. You have to see what you have. Kind of when you have Fournier is, you know what you have with him. And you don't want the contract he's got. But like with Obi and Quickly and Cam, you have to see what you have to pay him.
Right.
I think that's why Tibbs is not playing Grimes that much, because he doesn't want Grimes to get hurt again. Because he's a key piece in the lineup on offense.
I'm with Freezy on this one. I think Grimes is a ham sandwich, and I think Tibbs is saving him from getting tortured by the Knicks fan.
But if Grimes is telling Tibbs that his foot is fine, why not play him?
To be honest, I don't even know if Tibbs is running his lineups anymore. I think he got a little bit, when they started getting beaten, he got a little bit of leeway taken away, or a little bit of a leash put on him with some of these lineups. Because some of these lineups we're seeing now, they ain't Tibbs. And Grimes ain't playing. It's like, and he's going like 3 guard lineups the second rotation. Like he's cutting it down to 9 short, and he's running quickly. He's running quickly and Rose with Obi instead of putting in, and he has no wing going in there. So I think the organization's maybe telling him to run more rotations. That's why we see Cam start. You're seeing Obi getting his more minutes.
I think they just told him we need more playmakers on the floor. And that's why I've been saying that. The Knicks need a second ball handler to relieve the stress off of Brunson so much. And that's IQ right now. IQ is doing a great job of distributing the ball to find his teammates. And that's why if he starts with Brunson, it's going to make it even more deadly, because now Brunson can get his shot. IQ can set up the teammates. and IQ still can get his shot off. That's
Right.
that, and he's playing good enough defense right now. That will be solid right now. Jericho Sims will be able to be productive because IQ can throw him alleys.
Who you benching? Who you benching though? Because you look at it
RJ
like,
Barrett.
you are
RJ
benching.
Barrett.
Okay.
Is this
RJ
permanent?
Barrett.
Is this permanent or temporary?
This is temporary until he get his, his flow back and get his legs right. Like I said, he just needs limited minutes. You put him on a limited minutes, make quickly start. Once you see him getting his groove back and he's shooting the ball better and he can shoot it efficiently, he's going to the rack game. That's when you give him back his starting job. But if you're gonna run a merit system, you got to treat everybody on the merit system. You can't just do it for everybody except two people, Julius Randle, or three, Julius Randle, Brunson, and RJ. You got to treat everybody like that, And if you got to sit RJ again, sit him down. Let him play 20 minutes. That game, he sat him down. He played 19 minutes. Sit him down again.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do. I don't think Tibbs doing it, and I don't think Leon's going to let him do it because, as Freezy say, he's a golden child, and don't look pretty. Their golden child sitting on the bench.
At the end of the day, it sets an example for the whole team.
I don't believe in this setting an example nonsense because they let Julius do whatever he wants for a year, never set no example. They more or less he had to set an example or get his own act together of this season, but they didn't. They did none of that. They're not setting nobody an example.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, Joe. This is what I've been wanting to say to you about that, and this is just for you too, man. If I'm Randall, right? If I'm Randall, and I see y'all don't hold RJ Barrett accountable for nothing, and I already been through the grinder. I played with Kobe. I made an all-star team. I was all NBA. I'm almost most improved player. And you want me to be accountable, yet this guy who does nothing special has carte blanche? You can't tell me nothing.
Well, Julius had carte blanche last year. Julius done whatever he wanted last year. Nobody said boo to him, only the fans.
Right. What about RJ? Who said
that's
something to RJ?
But that's the thing is you can't bench RJ and be like, all right, you're having a bad year and whatever, and you bench RJ and you didn't do it to Julius last year. But then I get what you're saying. You have to. I think Julius has held himself accountable, and that's why I'm giving him credit. There's a lot of quotes lately, and he done the dinner, which is he's kind of realizing himself that he needs to be accountable, and he's taking responsibility for it and showing it in action. So that's why I commend Julius for it, and I see where you're going. But I don't think that they can go with RJ right away and bench him and treat him like that when they wouldn't do it to Julius last year.
I think the whole accountability thing starts with them not holding RJ Barrett accountable, bro.
I think it starts with they should have held Julius accountable last year, and everything would have been everybody's accountable. So the fact that they didn't hold Julius last year and he holding himself accountable this year, they can't really then turn on RJ like that.
But what I'm saying is, okay, what has RJ Barrett done since he's been a Knick?
Nothing.
Right. But notice, he has started every game except one when he was available since he's been here. RJ Barrett came off the bench one time since he's been a Knick, and this is his fourth season. And RJ Barrett has done nothing, and he has not impressed anybody outside of Knicks universe with anything that he's done. Yet, RJ Barrett, Joe, you saw a game where RJ said he had the flu, and he was on the bench with a mask on his face like a big-ass baby, right? And they still played him 37 minutes. RJ Barrett was 5 for 900, right? And they did nothing to RJ Barrett. But every other player, like you let Obi Toppin miss a defensive assignment. Guess what Obi gonna be at?
Bench.
Yeah. And Obi's a top 8 pick, just like RJ.
And Obi was drafted by this regime. RJ wasn't even drafted by these guys.
Yes, that's my point. My point is RJ Barrett does these things because he's not being held accountable for nothing.
Do you know why?
Because he's the golden child.
He's a top 3 pick. That's why. That's the only reason why. If he was drafted 5th, 7th, 9th, they'd have benched him maybe towards the beginning of last year.
Because they know he's a future all-star, and it hurts y'all to say that. That's why. It hurt.
Leon Rose knows nothing.
But that's why they give him the keys like that. That's why they give it to him, because they want him to do it. I'm trying to tell you that.
They hope he's going to be that.
Like, all right.
right? They hope he's going to be that, right?
All I'm
But they
saying is
don't know
we'll
that
see.
because he hadn't done it yet.
RJ right now,
But you got to remember,
not a future all-star.
you say, what is RJ done as a Knick? He
Yes.
hasn't done a lot, but if you think about what he's done as a Knick, there's not a lot of Knicks that have did that. There's not a lot of Knicks that's been to the playoffs as a Knick in their second season.
But that's a very, very low standard.
But it doesn't matter. No,
But
Knicks
it does.
don't
It does.
do that.
This is
Rookie
the
Knicks,
NBA. You can't go off Knicks standards. You have to go off NBA standards. And what
But
Knicks
y'all,
standards,
I'm
what
telling y'all
NBA
that he's a
standards is
Knick.
RJ Barrett. Michael
Why
Jordan
do
went
we
third
kill our
overall.
players though?
Luka
Why do
went
we
third
kill
overall.
our players? Like, I don't
RJ Barrett
understand.
is not a third overall pick.
But I don't understand why we kill our players if RJ Barrett is doing stuff that we haven't seen players in our organization do for almost the whole entire franchise. He's still trash. He's
And
still
that's
not. He
what
still doesn't have the
killing our
possibility of being
organization
a star.
because
He has
the
stats and
standards are so low.
he has stats right now that as a 21-year-old, the only other people that's in that category is LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Kobe, and Luka. But he doesn't have the potential to be a star. It just doesn't make sense. We always kill our players, but we don't at least have a little hope of potential for people.
But Greeny, this is why the
Come on,
accountability thing is paramount. Because you say that about RJ, but nobody says this stuff about Obi, Quickly, Grimes, and them other dudes. When our other young players struggle, right? When our other young players struggle, we like sit them down. They, you know what I'm saying, let them learn such and such. But RJ, the only reason why RJ is in a category with LeBron James and Luka Doncic is because he's got a late birthday. That's it. It just means he's young. And the Knicks gave him carte blanche to do whatever he felt like doing. That's it. No other young player in the league shoots as much as RJ and is inefficient as RJ.
Luka
Nobody.
Doncic he's terrible. He has terrible percentage, bro. You telling me 29 points on 24 shots is good?
We can't keep comparing RJ to Luka Doncic.
But I'm telling y'all are saying
It's not even a close level.
But this is what y'all are telling me. Y'all are telling me don't compare him to Knicks players. Compare him to the NBA. Then I give you somebody in the NBA that's like him, that's very inefficient, just like him. He gets a lot of shots up. There's nobody on the team that's gonna take his shots. When he gets his assist is because he's taking so many shots. Like he's like, okay, Luka is skilled, but he is an overrated player.
Luka's taking most of his team shots. Luka's putting up them numbers because we took his best offensive player that was beside him away from him. Luka's going to carry that team. Luka's an MVP candidate. Luka's generational talent. And people, he's been putting up these numbers at a series. I'm not even sure if RJ Barrett's a starting five. That's the level difference. You can't compare. Where I compared Luka and RJ was body type. 6'6", 6'7", 215, 220. Not athletic, but skill. And where I said was the difference, Luka have developed skill. RJ has developed nothing. So what is RJ relying on with his outside of his size? He has no skill. He's not athletic. So what's going to make him a great player?
You make that a point. Okay. You make that point. RJ Barrett's been shooting the ball terrible his whole career. We can say that, right? He's not really a good, efficient player.
Right.
Okay. For the last 2 seasons, RJ Barrett has been hovering around 20 points per game, shooting the ball bad. And shooting bad percentage from the free throw line. He is still a young player. He has time to fix these things. Jaylen Brown did not emerge until his 4th season. Like, I don't understand.
But you've seen breakout games and signs. RJ's no signs. He's had games here and there, but there's never been consistent runs. There's been 2 or 3 good games and 2 or 3 bad games.
Hey, Joe, and let me. I'm gonna jump in here. RJ Barrett's 60-point game, and RJ Barrett's 60-point game, he scored 46. Yeah, remember that against Miami, the game where he should have scored 65 points.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember all the free throws? He missed 8 free throws.
Mm-hmm.
He missed 4 1-footers. How do you miss a 1-footer at 6'7"? And don't tell me that RJ Barrett don't miss 1-footers. Please don't tell me that RJ Barrett doesn't miss 1-footers. Please don't say that. Because we all see it every game. Yep. RJ Barrett missing 1-footers. Right? RJ Barrett had a chance to score 60 against the Heat. He scored 46 because he missed 8 free throws and a bunch of bunnies. Who else does that in the NBA, bro? Nobody. And I love RJ. I love RJ, and I don't want to have this seem like I'm RJ bashing. But what I'm saying is the same. And here's my consistency. Here's my consistency, right? If I call Grimes a ham sandwich because we compare Grimes to Clay, I have to reel in the RJ Barrett is a megastar argument too, because RJ Barrett is not showing signs he's going to be Kevin Durant or even Chris Middleton. Dre, what's good, bro?
Not even close.
What up? What up? What up? Freezy, what up? Penny, what up? Greeny, what up, Joe? What up? Is that Chris?
Yeah.
Drew.
What's up, bro?
Ooh, what
Nah,
up?
that's Adam. Adam.
That's
What
Adam.
up?
Oh, what up, Adam?
What up, Joe?
Yeah, man. I'm not trying to bash RJ. I'm just saying easy, relax. RJ, if RJ doesn't become an all-star, so what?
Yeah.
But if you're gonna give one young Nick 1,000 opportunities to be a superstar, why can't you give them other young Knicks a chance to be a superstar, bro? It's not fair. Cam was in his bag yesterday, scoring within the offense. RJ Barrett hijacked the offense yesterday multiple times. I got proof. I put it on the thumbnail that you clicked on to watch this live stream, because I know people are gonna be like, RJ don't hijack the offense. I furnished proof. When you clicked on this video, you saw Jalen Brunson pass the ball to RJ on the right so that he can go right. RJ made him screen. RJ made a 6-foot point guard screen for him so that he can go left. The proof is on the thumbnail that you clicked on. There's no debating that, bro. I furnished proof.
And even in the shots that the offense generated for him, he just missed them. Like, just missed them terribly. Like, to the left, to right. Just way offline. I don't know. And I feel like a lot of those terrible mistakes that he was, I don't even want to call them mistakes. It was just terrible play. It was just him being in his own head and in his own way, because he just couldn't get his jumper to go. And he was just, I don't know what that was, but having the difference between stars and like the average player is the mental gap. There's a mental space between the average player and the superstar. And when you see RJ go through it, it looks bad. It just looks really, really bad.
Really bad, right?
Yeah. Do y'all think Tibbs have the guts to bench RJ?
No.
No. You know why? Because Tibbs loves RJ.
You mean for a game? I think he has the guts to bench him within a game.
When
not
RJ,
But he'll
to
never,
bench him.
he'll never not be a starter. He'll never not be a starter in this team.
No, I mean when RJ is struggling badly on defense and struggling, hitting his shots, missing shots that he should be making, I don't think Tibbs have the guts to bench him.
Tibbs needs to have the onus to. You can see a guy doesn't have it, and you need to like not play him. Like, you need to just sit him down, because if he's detrimental to the team in the midst of the game, you can't just keep giving him chances to throw up 35 minutes a night on a back-to-back when he didn't look right the game before, and you still throw him out there on a back-to-back. Even if, like, you can't even throw sicknesses as an excuse, because if you're out there, you got to perform. But if you see a guy is struggling out there, you cannot just throw him out there in a 9-man rotation on the worst back-to-back in the league.
Right.
In high altitude while he's sick, and you see he's not performing, and you still giving him 30 minutes. This is why, like when Freezy says Grimes is a ham sandwich. If Grimes was viewed as better than what he was, he would have just ate those RJ minutes yesterday, at least in Tibbs' mind. But he didn't. He just ran this guy into the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That was ridiculous. But it was ridiculous. It worked out in our favor to get the win. But I don't see this as like a sustainable thing where that can just happen normally, because if we're keeping it 100,
right?
Denver didn't have their best defender who also would match up with Randall, and they didn't have the 2-time MVP. So it worked out for us for our small ball lineup to close out the game. But I'm not sure if that's super sustainable for Tibbs to run his rotation just that tight without any room to just space it out with someone else because RJ just looked horrendous. Play
Horrendous.
wise, his jumper was off. His decision making was terrible. Everything about his game was off. He just looks even more slow and sluggish. And you can't just let a guy die out there. You got to do something else. You got to pivot.
Was this not the game, Dre? Was this not the game where Quentin Grimes emerges?
This is the game where you see RJ has absolutely nothing. Grimes should have just had 15 minutes on deck, just stand by, at least 15 minutes in that game.
Right.
Because you can't run quickly a full half. And you can't run D Rose a full half clearly now because he's still playing 15 minutes even though he plays well.
Right.
And we know Cam, for as much as Cam does on the defensive end, he's going to be gassed if you ask him to play more than what he did yesterday. So it's in a space where you have to throw in another player when a guy's struggling and languishing out there on the court. Like, it's commendable that RJ wants to play, but you need to have a little awareness between the player and the coach to be like, nah, man, you really got to sit down.
Dre, you remember the day? Remember the day I told you when you said why didn't Cam start out the game on SGA? Remember that?
Yeah.
And I said because RJ Barrett is the golden child, and what he says goes. Remember me saying that? Oh,
Yeah.
about the defensive assignments and all those type of things. Yeah, this is one of those cases. This is one of those cases where I feel like RJ Barrett told Tibbs, "No, I'm playing," and there's basically nothing you could do about it. The accountability thing, and the thing is just real quick, and I'm gonna get out of the way. I promise.
I ain't much to say. Go ahead.
No. I don't want it to be like that. We share a mic. But the thing I'm getting at is if you Julius Randle and you see them let RJ Barrett, a dude that ain't never accomplished nothing as a Knick, do whatever he wants. Dre, RJ Barrett has started every game that he was available except for one as a Knick.
Yeah.
Right? Every game. All the way back to the fall of 2019. Right? RJ Barrett has been the golden child for the Knicks, right? And he has accomplished nothing. Right? But you want Randall to bite his tongue when he watching RJ Barrett going out here doing nothing? Man, ain't nothing you can tell me. If I play for the Knicks and y'all trying to tell me to be accountable and RJ Barrett out here throwing bricks off the shot clock, man, you can't tell me nothing.
It might be a difference between talent and effort. I don't really ever question RJ's effort. I might question Randall's effort on the time to time, but on the talent scale, Randall has way more talent than RJ at this current moment, and it's not even debatable. It's not debatable. It's not really debatable right this second. No, it's not. The flashes are the flashes, but we need more consistency out of him. That's point blank. And if we being honest, we haven't put RJ in the best situation to thrive, but at the same point, at a point, you gotta, as a professional NBA player that's getting paid the money he's getting paid, you have to find a way to be effective, even if it's not your desired role.
Right. Yeah, man.
And those bricks, oh my God, they weren't even online. They were just left or right or short.
He wasn't even looking at those shots as he put them up.
And it was like the game before that. A lot of his shots were online, and they were just rattling out or slipping out. It was absolutely horrendous. This game, like he had no legs. And you, as a coach, you have to see that. You have to see that a guy doesn't have his legs. He doesn't have his confidence. You have to rein him in, and you have to put in Grimes or someone else out there.
You got to play Grimes, bro. You got to play Grimes.
Yeah.
As of right now, Tibbs is not seeing it.
Nope.
He keeps playing RJ.
Yeah.
This is what puzzles me, though. What is up with Grimes? There has to be something. If RJ's legs are that dead and you're going with a 9-man rotation and you have Grimes and he's not in the injury report and you say he's situational and you don't even play him. Like, what is going on? Either something is there a move in place for him?
Tibbs is panicking. Be
Wow.
absolutely. I mean, what's the name?
Aaron
Fournier
Judge
said it
won that
himself.
night.
Fournier said it
Aaron Judge
himself
won
on
the
his
AL
benching.
MVP.
Who won it?
Fournier
Aaron Judge
Judge.
won
what? I'm
the
sorry.
AL MVP.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
bud.
but yeah.
Oh wow,
Fournier
shocking when I
said Fournier said he's not even mad at the benching because it's his Tibbs's job is to figure it out. So he's going to try as many different things as possible. So at this point, he's legitimately semi panicking to keep his job. So
Yeah.
if we're keeping it a buck, like he's trying as many different things and arrangements, and he's seeing that we're winning with a 9-man rotation. However, it may be happening, however unsustainable the method that we're winning. He sees that it's working, so he's just gonna run it till the well is dry. So like with Tibbs, he's legit panicking and he's seeing things work, which is why like he's a creature of habit. So like for example, we didn't see him bench Alfred Payton until we're in the playoffs and we're about to fall out and lose. So like he ran that, like once he sees a result that happens to be winning, it may not
Right.
be the highest ceiling result, and it might be the high floor result, but he's just going to go back to that over and over and over, especially when his job is warming up, his hot seat is warming up. Like he's just going to go to the same thing over and over. So
Right.
it's part of the reason why we're in this predicament to start. Like we don't go for the high ceiling option, we go for the
Right.
floor with this guy, and this is why we're in a position where, like, he is panicking. In my opinion, he's panicking. If we're going to a
Hey,
straight nine
Dre.
man, hey, what up, Chris? If we're going to
I
a
just
strict
wanted
nine
to
man rotation on
say
a
hi
back
to
to
you,
back.
homie. You
Yeah,
are my
what up,
homie,
Chris?
and I love you, brother.
I love you too, Chris.
Yeah, bro. Hey, good to see you, Chris. Go ahead, Dre.
When you see a man, like, no normal coach, no sane coach would do that unless they're panicking. A strict 9-man rotation on this back to back, no matter who you're playing, even if you're missing the 2-time All MVP, if you're running a strict ship like that on this type of back to back, that means you're panicking, in my opinion.
So you still think the seed is hot? Because I think these 2 wins might have cooled it down a little bit for him, especially the 2 wins, 2 places we haven't won in a long time, especially on a back-to-back.
Right.
The-
I
Right.
think it might have
Yeah,
saved
that
him
that, that it might it definitely saves his job to at least All-Star break, unless we
Or
have like,
at least till January.
yeah, like
The
unless we
only
have some
thing that I
terrible
came to
breakdowns.
say, Freezy,
Yeah. Hey, boss.
I just wanted to say 8 more games and then I'm right under 10-game winning streak, Freezy. Let's
Bim.
go.
Let's go.
And hey,
We're all
Dre,
hoping for that. What up?
I'm gonna put my number in the private chat and you can text me if
Word.
you want tomorrow.
Okay. I got you. I already have it. I have it locked in. I already have it. So, but Eddie F, thank you for the generous contribution. Eddie F says, hope
Would
your
you
family
like
is
to
okay,
text
boss.
me,
I have
Dre?
trouble getting excited about the team again, even after the 2 feel-good wins. I'm not a believer yet, and I think that's fair. What do you think? And Eddie F, what I'm going to say to you real quick is after we beat the Warriors Friday night, there will be part of the fan base that's going to say, let's go trade for a superstar and see how far we can take this thing.
I don't want that to be a thing.
Right.
I don't want. It's like the method that we're winning in right now is not very sustainable, and that would just be doubling down. Nah, and the
I
Warriors are
think it
having their
is,
own
Dre.
issues, man. How do you think this method is sustainable, Green?
Because we're not shooting the ball efficient from the 3-point line. If we can shoot the ball, all right. Forget the 3-pointers. Last night, if the Knicks would have made their free throws, the game is not a nail biter. If you go to a
That's
lot of the games,
that's
you
fair,
feel me?
Greeny. That 100%. That's fair. But
And
if they
then the
had their
3-point
two-time
percentage was terrible.
MVP, if they had their two-time MVP and their best wing defender there, we
Aaron
probably
Gordon.
get blown out.
But then
Because
also,
we got to
like I
keep the
said, the
context.
Knicks
We got to keep the context of it being the second night of a back to back.
Yeah.
Because our
back.
offense was not looking good.
Think
So
about
Right.
that.
if they had
Yeah,
their
we're in a
full
back-to-back of 2 nights
accommodation of
in.
players, it wouldn't look the same. But we also got to take into account, why is Zeke Naji like half his career points are against the Knicks?
Right. Yeah.
It feels like he
Yeah.
only shows up against the Knicks.
And Dre, and here's another point that I want to point out too. How many NBA teams sweep back-to-backs in Utah and Denver historically?
That's what I was going to say.
It never happens. But it never happens, especially with our allegedly our number 2 or 3 guy looking as terribly as he did.
Yeah. Let me bring my guy in, Eddie C. Eddie C, what's good, bro? How you been?
What up, Eddie?
What's happening, Uncle Freezy? How you doing, man? How's everybody in the chat?
Man, you
What's
know
up, Eddie?
my fantasy football team is trash, bro.
Yo,
Salute, Eddie.
Yo,
Salute,
that's the
Chris.
first thing. Salute, man. How you doing? Man,
Good.
you always that's the first thing you bring up when you see me, huh? Fantasy football, man.
No, I always ask you how you doing first.
Then you ask me about my fantasy.
Right. I'm concerned. I'm concerned about your well-being. I saw you.
Thank you.
I saw you out partying. When did you post those pics? 3 weeks ago?
I don't remember, guy. Well, I don't remember. Maybe.
Oh,
with my daughter's graduation.
With the baby. Yeah. What was that?
Right.
3 weeks ago?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I saw that, man. I think I might have hit you on it too. Like, congratulations and all that stuff. And if I didn't, congratulations, man.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations to being an old man.
Yes.
Fart.
Yes, sir. And you know this.
Yes.
You know this.
Yes.
I just came in for a second. I have a few minutes before I have to get into my work chat, but they late on the work chat, so I just decided to come in and chat with you guys for a second and just see what the vibes is, see how you guys are feeling, see how everybody's, because the season is up and down all the time. And when it's down, there's comments that are said, and
fire
when it's
everybody.
Up, and when it's up, right?
Trade for a star. Yep.
So I'm always even keeled, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm staying by what I said at the beginning of the season. Some of the things, Brunson is looking like probably our best player. Doesn't have to be numbers wise. He's just the leader of the team at this point in time. Everything else that everybody knows all my points when it comes to what I think about the team and stuff. So, these wins are good for me. Getting it back on track, being above 500, starting off 2 wins on the West Coast is good to see. And I'm just gonna give it more time. I don't really worry about the situation when it comes to who's playing, who's not playing, who's playing bad, who's not playing. Changes will be made. He's gotten to this 9-man rotation after a short, I don't know how many games we're in, 13 games in, something like that. So he's not lagging when it comes to making decisions. He's pretty quick to pull triggers, and that's what we've been asking for. So you know what I mean. I'm not mad. Grimes is my favorite player. I'm not mad he's not playing. We winning. Right. So as long as we have those things in our back pocket, as long as we have those things, on the back, in the clip, there's nothing to worry about, man. We got Evan Fournier in the clip. There's a lot of people that could use Evan Fournier. He's not playing for us right now. There's a lot of people that could use Quentin Grimes. He's not playing for us right now. A lot of people that could have used Jericho Sims. He hasn't started playing right until these past few games, and he showed what he can do. So, all these problems are good problems, in my opinion.
Right. Hey, I got a joint that I got to play real quick. Y'all be patient with me. All right, I got to join Eddie. Hey, Eddie C. Hold on for just a second, okay?
Yeah.
New York, orange and blue, tried and true, we the Knicks. New York, orange and blue, tried and true, we the Knicks. New York, we still some Knickerbockers, whole world shockers, all eyes on us. Coming in like Willis Reed, y'all gon' see all eyes on us. New York. All eyes on us, all eyes on us. Coming in like Willis Reed. Y'all gon' see all eyes on us. We still some Knickerbockers. Whole world shockers, all eyes on us.
What Leon Rose did, no spite of the future set for the young kids. now, you don't feel the shine. Them ain't trades we pulling up, them quitting grinds. Let me give you a little history. Us New Yorkers reacting, man, you quickly. Why you think we got the media watching? Fast break through the legs, here come that Obi topping. Straight fashion, we got the best clothes. When you in shape, you take your shirt off like Derrick Rose. All you used to be Knicks fans, go ahead and switch. This that block Nets mustard floor, I'm Money Mitch. Like please Tom, no time to play. I walk the garden with a peacoat like I'm Fournier. A Nick jersey, some Levi's, some Butter Tims. This ain't a loop, this a alley-oop, the Jericho Sims. Keep it real, however, we got a different style. I call Deuce for the pressure, he give me 8 miles. Famous line for the dice game. What the bet is? I raise it up for the cam and call it reddish. You read the Bible and know the Quran. Just live your dreams every day, make the team like Quan. Catch the youth before they hit their prime. Work hard, get rewarded. Come on, Hartenstein. I'm talking to all the East guards. I brought Jalen from the West, now he's an East guard. The same number 11, you know the rod straight. Now you playing against a squad with a baby pit. Look at Julius right now, he know it's game time. That off-season lose weight pivot baseline. That big bucket being made when it's crunch time. That jab step left hand in your face time. I know Drake represent, you see the 6 hard. But turn it upside right, you see that's not a guard. This time around for the season, I'm making prop bets. I need 26 mil off that Tyler check. The truth is you gotta be a little tougher. Every time we play Miami, I gotta deal with Jimmy Butler. MIP all-star player, I gotta have it. Pretty boy, young Key Sweat, Broadway Barry. I know we got a lot of haters. I know we got a lot of doubters. But one thing for sure, us is that orange and blue, we gon' always stick together. It's us against the
All
world.
eyes on us, coming in like real is real. Y'all gon' see all eyes on us. We still some Knickerbockers. Whole world shockers, all eyes on us.
Them All Eyes on Us by J Boogie. That's fire. Shout out to my man J Boogie. You know what I'm saying? Motivating. Yeah, every time I hear it, every time I play it in the house, I play it in the house a lot. Every time I play it, I be getting hyped up, man. J Boogie, you my guy, man. Love you, my brother. Love you, J Boogie.
What's up?
Yeah, man.
Salute to J
Yeah,
Boogie.
man. Yeah, man. Eddie C, I'm sorry about that, man. I had to cut it. I had to do it before a certain point, man. So I wasn't trying to cut you
Hey,
off, man.
Freezy.
Hey, boss.
I'm about to leave, man, but I wanted to say something to Dre and Greeny real quick.
Okay.
Hey, Dre and Greeny, I put my number in the pirate chat. You guys can text me. Salute, guys.
All right,
I love
got
you
you, Chris.
guys.
Sweet.
And
You too, brother.
one
Be
more
safe.
thing, Freezy. I will try to be on again tomorrow. If I can't make it, I will listen to the game while you call the stream of the game.
Them. All right, I got you.
Love you guys. Peace.
When I'm calling, I'm gonna try to shout you out. Shout out to Chris from Oklahoma. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, nah, that's what I really wanted to say. Actually, I gotta go now because they just sent me the link. But I just wanted to come in and say what's up, and when I got some more time, I'll come in and chop it up with you guys. And
hey, I'm gonna hit you up on Twitter. I need your help with something.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right, ABC.
Good luck. All right, man. Good luck on the fantasy this week.
Man, my team sucked, bro.
Go Knicks.
Go Knicks.
Come on, baby. Let's get another win on Friday. Golden State is reeling. In the bag. Let's get another win on Friday. Let's keep it going. Let's come home. Let's keep on winning, guys. We can do it. Take it easy.
We can do it. All right, boss.
Peace.
Only guy on that team with a post is Curry, but it's a mighty big post. Why?
Yeah, he the Thanos, bro. That dude is. I don't know who the bigger villain is at this point, Namor or Thanos. Namor is a bad mamma jamma.
I mean, it's gonna be Kang the way it's looking.
Yeah, it's gonna be Kang the Conqueror, bro.
It's gonna be Kang the way it's looking.
He got tired of losing in that time loop, bro. He gonna come out swinging, bro. Kang gonna beat you with this instead of with this, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, it looks like the COVID bug is going around. Joe Mann just posted a comment in the chat. Jamal Murray just added a safety and protocol, but what's his name? Jokic had it as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a
whole
couple of
game
guys
sick.
out, I think.
Yo, well, we need to put. Is RJ gonna be in health and safety protocol?
well, we might need to check IQ because he was all over all over that boy Jamal Murray last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
And
thinking.
Cam Reddish as well.
Denver had a couple of guys, and we're talking RJ being sick, and I'm like, maybe is that thing now going around the NBA? Is that bug?
I think RJ got.
Well, I
I
know
think
it's the
RJ
flu.
really
I
got
know the
like a
flu
flu
is
or
in New
something.
York. Nah, yeah, the flu is
Cause,
going around in New York for sure.
'cause I
Definitely
seen
for sure.
RJ standing around, and he looked like he was just mouth breathing the whole time. Like he couldn't really
Well,
function.
I think
Yeah.
that they said that Jamal Murray's sickness is a non-COVID illness, so he's added to safety and protocol for non-COVID.
Oh, it was just sick.
That's more if RJ is sick, that's where he realistically should be. Like, out of anything, that's what kind of happens. I think what Jokic is too, it's non-COVID. But I think now there's a safety and protocol that any like flu-like symptoms or anything, these guys go into it just in case.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Hey, Jay Boogie, thank you for the generous contribution. Jay Boogie says, "Yo, man, flowers and love to Mike Holland's family and his family. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for fighting, and thank you for staying here with us. You're worldwide heroes to us all. Your story is amazing, Bim. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. No doubt about it, bro. Yo, everyday courage, man, is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Dre, what we gonna do, bro? We gonna do the Knicks at Night podcast tonight or what? You got some energy?
Yeah, I'm
You-
full of energy, man. I'm full of energy.
okay,
I'm good to
okay.
go. I'm
All right,
down.
so I need to wrap right here so that I can go be with the missus. Y'all already know what I got going on behind the scenes. Just bear with me as I rock through this. I'm gonna go rock with the missus for a few minutes, man. Wash some
I'll be here
dishes and
late night
throw
too,
some
though.
throw some clothes in the dryer and all that stuff. And then I'm gonna jump back. I'm gonna try to jump back on around 11.
All right,
Okay.
bro.
I'm done.
And
I'll
so
be on.
and don't forget this too. Don't forget that we got the Big Boss Man Palm Roundtable. We got Coach's Corner. We got the Knicks at Night podcast. The Knicks Want to Drive. Old school Knicks, new school Knicks, Knicks freestyle. A bunch of stuff that we got going on. We just started Twitter Spaces today. We got all the audio podcasts. Just loaded up something. So check us out on all the platforms. We're everywhere. Right, we're everywhere.
Mhm.
We got some other stuff coming down the road that we want to kind of get everybody involved in and such. Sponsors are blowing up my email. They want a piece of this Blorange Tears family thing, bro. They want to be on the screen with Dre and Greeny for some reason. I don't know why. They want sponsors are lining up. They want to be on the screen with Dre and Greeny and Coach and everybody.
Yes,
So we will still try to figure out some stuff. Man, but look, we're gonna try to rock around 11. Does 11 sound good to y'all?
Yeah.
I'll be there.
All right, then
Freezy,
11
you
o'clock.
coming back on tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have to because I missed the Knicks morning drive this morning because of radiation treatments and all that stuff.
So so we're gonna be talking about the matchup with the Warriors tomorrow.
Yes, that's
Okay.
exactly what I want to talk about tonight.
All right.
And I got some other stuff that I want to talk about too. I outlined it to Greeny, but I want to talk about the Warriors, and I want to talk trash to Warriors fans. So tonight
I don't think you
I'm
should
gonna
do that.
record. Tonight I'm gonna record it in a podcast platform. So I'm gonna be super strict tonight. But when we jump back on, just to ensure that the way it sounds is smooth enough for us to add it to iTunes and all that stuff. But y'all already know what it is, bro. You know, it's a family affair with all of us. But tonight, be ready for this thing after we finish to go on iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff. And yes, we're calling out Golden State Warriors. We will see y'all tonight at 11-ish. Peace.
Peace.